going to walk. Good morning, everyone. I know usually it's good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day, may I say. Hello, everyone. It's literally, very early. Good morning. How are we doing? How is things? How are we keeping this morning? I don't know if that's. I don't know. I don't have the light on. Usually the light's on because it's usually evening time by the time we're live. So hopefully you can see me okay and stuff. Because usually it's night time. Now, just give me a second. There's a few things I need to do. Just make sure that first of all that we are that everything is working. Because for some issue, it wouldn't let me start it for some reason for a second, for whatever reason. That happened before, so I'm just double check to make sure we're fine. Yeah, we are fine. Okay. So yeah, it's an early start. We probably not have too many people because I didn't really say to anybody we're going to go early because usually it's not even close to this time. Like 10 o'clock in the morning. Usually when we're live, it's God only knows what time. Nearly going into the night time, basically. 7 o'clock in the evening, 6 o'clock in the evening, even. But yeah, I'll explain why now in a second. So first of all, obviously I got my haircut and stuff. So good bit going on this month, a good bit to do. I have a bit to do later on, you see, too. So that's why I'm doing it now, basically. Because I might not get around to it later on. That's what I'm trying to say. So don't think many people here because I don't think because I didn't say it anybody else. I'll just pull up this blind a bit more, maybe. Hopefully, let some light in. See, the sun is not shining this side. I could try and maneuver this way. That's a good one. Try because there's no point putting on the light because it's during the day. Because during the morning, though, there'd be no point doing that. To put on the light. We'll get into other stuff now in a second. The usual thing. We'll just give it 10 minutes or so, and then we get into the big discussions of the day. Now we have a few things I want to discuss. Not too much, but a few things. But yeah, so pretty much the only reason why we're early because I probably wouldn't get around to it now this evening. To be totally honest. So let me see. Yeah, so I should have probably put it up that it was going to go live because I didn't really know myself, to be genuinely honest. I did think about going live maybe at 11, but didn't get around to it. Basically, well, not that I didn't get around to it. I could have got around to it, but I didn't know what time we'd be back at. So yeah, but I don't think many people here tonight because today, same thing I suppose. Keep saying tonight because I'm so used to being live at night time compared to during the day. I don't know what suits people. I think night, like evening time, night, I suppose is better because everybody be at home and stuff. Because usually on a Saturday, people lie on after the week of college, etc. So yeah, the big thing I suppose at the moment is Dublin Zoo. Everybody's noticing something, which I shouldn't probably notice, but yeah, it's an interesting thing. Supposed to be mothers go free, but yeah, they use a man dressed as a woman to promote it. So yeah, great stuff, mighty stuff. It turned out as well as you think it did. It's like I don't know how they sat there and said to themselves, "Yeah, this is great. We're great." There's clearly they must have not been thinking the heads of the Dublin Zoo, because it's done more harm to them than any good. But there's not much loss because, again, at the end of the day, they should have probably said to themselves, "Oh, maybe people will not be too pleased with this," and shocked they're not. So yeah, it's quite something when you think of it. It's quite something when you think of it. Okay. Do. So I just wonder what that noise. I heard some kind of like I think it's a board or something. I don't know what it was. It's kind of like a I don't know what you would call that kind of board, but it sounded like a like not even a crow or seagull, some kind of hawk or something like that. That's what it sounded like. Um, I could have swore I heard it, but I probably am hearing things. Um, no, I don't see it anyway. I'm just looking at the window because I thought I swear I heard it, but unless I'm just going delusional. But I think I did hear it anyway. But yeah, so yeah, great stuff, mighty stuff, amazing stuff. But yeah, so the Dublin Zoo stuff is not going well. So if anything, more people are going to stay away from Dublin Zoo. Because imagine having a woman stating and saying free, people go free. Um, and then you're like, oh, we're going to get a man with a beard to promote it. Like you're a bit delusional if you think this is going to work. Um, so yeah, so they it's insane. I think there's a protest. A protest has been organised for Dublin Zoo on Saturday, the 15th of March. That, so Sunday, sorry, Sunday the 15th. Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, 17th is Tuesday. Yeah, that's before St. Patrick's Day. We see how that goes. James Patrick, yeah. Let's see how that goes. But I say Dublin Zoo probably just hide underneath the envelope. Um, of course, the work. Um, Good morning, Sean. How are we keeping this morning? Usually we're not live at this fight, but yeah. I've basically things to do later on. I had to get my hair cut. So I was like, because basically later on I won't have time to be live. I have a few things I need to do. So it was either now or never, basically, today. Because I have up until 12 o'clock or so. And then I have other things I need to do. So that's the only reason why. It's going to be like that for the next few days. There's a good bit of stuff going on at the moment. Um, a good lot of stuff. A few meetings and stuff like that too to have to do. So yeah, lovely stuff. Going to be hours of listening to as we do. But yeah, so that's what's going to happen today. But yeah, so yeah, apologies for being early. I know it's usually never this early. So yeah, so a lot of people be caught off guard by this. We won't be that long, as I say. It's not going to be like we're going to reinvent the wheel or anything like that today. See, even I'm getting confused. I'm like, oh, why is tonight? I've said tonight many times. Because usually it's evening time and night by the time we get there. Tonight, today. Did you get notification, Sean? I bet you didn't get any notification. No notifications. I don't know if that's. I don't know if it's too bright here at the moment. Or not bright. I don't know if it's bright enough. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, the other thing I want to say, just to say, if people are pre-watching this too. Well, I'm just after recording too when I came back. When I came back and get my hair cut. The other parts of the video for the pictures on the wall. So if anybody has anything to add to it, because again, there'll be community engagement. Please do let me know, because if you have any questions for it, as I put up my community post before I left to get my hair cut. if anybody has anything to what to say, like any questions particularly related to Santa Mountain or where the picture turned up on the wall, please let me know. You can let me know the community post. You can let me know here and I can write it down. Because that'd probably be the opportunity to ask it in the video, and you can get your name in the video and stuff. And how does that sound? If anybody has any questions, like I've addressed a lot of stuff in the video to do with Santa Mountain. So if anybody has any questions that maybe they would be addressed already, but if they did have any unique questions, now is the time to ask. When that video, and of course they'd be in the video too. Hello, Little England. How are we keeping this evening? This morning, this evening. See, too used to streaming during the night this evening. Hello, Tony. Good evening. Good morning. Sorry. Good morning. Good evening. You see what I'm saying? Bit cold. I was cold. I got my hair cut there a few minutes ago. It's nippy enough, yeah, but it might turn into a good day. Hopefully. But yeah, it was a bit nippy. I only went down in the t-shirt and stuff to get my hair cut, and it's a bit nippy. You find it on the arms, more the arms than it is. But yeah, Tony, waking up early, are we? We missed you the last few nights. Where were you? Everybody was wondering where you were. The West has fallen. But yeah, so yeah, just to say, if anybody does have any questions, please do let me know. Oh, in the community post too. Hope I'm well. Yeah, I'm well. I'm busy. I'm going to be busy now the next few days, but apart from that. What time of the day do you call this? Oh, Jesus. Not that bad yet. But yeah, so any questions about that, please do let me know. But geez, it wasn't me that was missing you. I didn't miss you. Everybody else missed you. But yeah, no, what was I going to say to you? So yeah, and then obviously too, we will do the other thing. Like if people want the video code stuff for the video, like video themselves or went to that. You see when that time comes. We're only here at the moment, at this point, where people can ask questions, and then we can move on to the other bit because there's another bit I want to do for the video. If people want to get involved with it, wait, you see, nobody wants to get involved with it now. If it all planned out and then nobody get involved. I don't know if people know what I'm talking about. I suppose if you haven't heard the beginning of it, you wouldn't understand what I was talking about. See, that's the worst thing with being live and stuff. But most likely I would do an update video and stuff during the week. So yeah, I will update people next week on it, I suppose. Like in a video. It's better to address in the video than do it online, like on a live stream. Because people could just come in the middle of it and people be very muddled. Good morning, Tony. Yeah, Tony, that's probably the first time anybody's ever said good morning. Day off. It's Saturday. Jeez, day off. Everybody's entitled to. No, usually I'm up early enough in the mornings. Anyway. Like I'm too used to getting up fucking crack of dawn in the morning. So usually I'm up anyway. Usually maybe I'll be only getting up at this time or 9 o'clock. If I didn't have stuff to do, I would be getting up at that time. But usually I'm up early, like 9 o'clock and stuff, still early on a Saturday and stuff. Like a lot of people still be in bed. Especially because I was working all week, But yeah. Up at 6 o'clock. Yeah, I'm pretty much up before you, about 5 hours, I think. Something nearly half. It was nearly 6 o'clock, yeah. Like, I had to get washed and dressed and stuff. I got a shave, too. I had to get a shave before I went down to get my hair cut and stuff. And I recorded that bit of that video. To get something to eat and stuff. So we're up for a good while this morning. But usually I'll be only getting up at 9 or it's 10 on Saturday. Well, I think I just woke up. What time did it say? It was 5. Yeah, it's 5:34, 35, something like that my alarm went off because I had my alarm set. No, it wasn't actually. No, it was 5:40. Yeah, it was 5:40. That's right. It was 5:40. Yeah, because I remember looking at the clock and the alarm went off. It's 5:40. Soft drink them. Indeed. But yeah, so yeah, we won't be too long tonight, today, this morning. I'm not used to saying this morning. I don't know what suits people. I think people rather the evening times than like in the morning. Especially in the Saturday. If you're doing it during the week, maybe. But yeah, maybe so. This morning, this afternoon, same thing. Times of the day. But yeah, no, would anybody be interested in that offer? Also, I just need to probably run to the toilet because I didn't actually go to the toilet in a good while. So I'd be 2 seconds. I can leave the music playing on. So it'll be only literally 2 minutes. So well, not even 2 minutes, a minute. So give me a second. Hello again. Sorry about that. You'd be on your own if your plans to be early during this week. Oh, that Wednesday, you mean? Um, well, it won't be Wednesday because I'd be at work, so I couldn't really go unless literally it was the crack of dawn in the morning, like literally 5 o'clock in the morning. But I don't think anybody would be up at that time. I did often live stream, yeah, once or twice I did do it crack dawn in the morning. Hello, Lenny. How are we keeping this morning? This morning, you see, I got it right for the first time because I've been saying evening every time I said hello to people this morning. Hello, good evening. Um, well, all fine. It's early. We're all early pods today. We're all early. We're all getting up early. We're all up before the crack of dawn. Um, so yeah, but yeah. So I could have had you on this morning, John, but it would have been probably too early. Like at this time. Just thinking of that, it would have been probably too early. 5 o'clock somewhere. That was true. Yeah. I don't know where it actually would be. Probably in the United States or somewhere. Where's my scissors? Need the cut. See, bit of my duvet coming off. So, just put it there for a moment. I don't know actually where it would be 5 o'clock. It would probably be in Australia or something, like maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. Actually, that's a good point. Just for shits and giggles. Let me find out. Australia. Isn't there two time zones? It's 9 o'clock at night in Australia. The United States. It is 5 o'clock in the morning in Chicago. Yeah. There you go. It's 5 o'clock somewhere in the morning in Chicago in the United States of America. So there you go. But it's in like it is in the morning, yeah, the morning. 05. It's 2005 again. Ho ho. Ho ho. Ho 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 ho. But but the fuck is this? Sorry, give me a second. Sorry, I'm just seeing something there. Apologies, I was too busy looking at something there. See, sometimes this happens. Like something catches my attention. Um, I shouldn't probably be like this. Like something catches my attention, and I have to see what happens. Now, I was just showing some part of the United States a video or something. Um, did any watch the rugby last night? No, I say probably Tony maybe did. Hello, everyone. Good morning. How are we doing? See, you got a white this time. A morning episode, yeah, the morning special edition. White off the press. Um, the morning views. The cavan morning episode. That's what we're going to call it. Um, yeah, so basically, I'll be way later on. So it was either now or never. No, not in my area. No, there's only one pub left, and that doesn't open to evening time. Yeah, it's not. None of them open. The town cabin town there would be. Yeah, but Tobit maybe. Yeah, but not in Buttersbridge. No. Um, we're all talking about the football now. To meet someone away later. No, we're not going to Helsinki. Jesus Christ, I would already probably be there if I was going. That's not. That's There's no intention of that. There's no intention of that happening. Sure, busy. I was only fucking there. I can't be. I can't be there all the time. Uh, where do you think cabin people get the money? Like on trees? Do you think we just walk out the street and get the money in the tree? Um, you know, cabin people do. You can't find money. It's the quote of the day. Like money doesn't go on trees in cabin, unfortunately. Um, the other thing I actually want to talk about, the Finnish government are talking about having nuclear weapons in Finland. Not their own nuclear weapons, but United States or French nuclear weapons. Weapons of mass destruction. Um, so that's what they're talking about at the moment. Also, give me a moment. I think my cat is watching me for a second. So just 2 seconds. Hello again. Sorry about that. The cat wanted food, and she just woke up. The cat. Um. So I don't know. I give her food and water. So I don't know what more she wants, basically. Um. And I even though like opened the back door for her, and she didn't want to go out. So I don't know. Yeah, like I opened the back door. She doesn't want out, so I don't know. She might cry now again. But don't think so. But she's finding his food and stuff. Um. But no, she only woke up. Like she was asleep when I looked in there before we went live. So she only woke up. So she'd be good. She should be. So I don't know what. She didn't want out, and I wasn't going to kick her out. So she didn't. She had the choice to go out, and she didn't go out. So um. But Superfly, everything was closed in your areas. Um. Not sure from Calvin. I stubborn. But no, she had a bit of her food there, but she didn't eat it all. She might go down and finish it maybe now in a second. Uh, no, I don't hear her. I'm just making sure she's not quiet. But she doesn't want. I don't know what more she wants. Does she want jam or egg? Um, you know, it's hard to know with animals sometimes. I don't think she's in pain or anything like that. So, um, hello, Fiona. Good evening. Yeah, we had an exhibition in Cavan and it's gone and stuff. There's a kegs and stuff, but yeah. Do. But yeah, so Finland's planning to have nuclear weapons in Finland. As you know, in the Nordic countries, they have a policy. When Denmark and Norway was the only ones in the NATO alliance, they have a policy that there's no nuclear weapons in the Nordic countries and the Scandinavian countries. Um, so, so yeah, the Finnish government randomly decided to change it, which is a bit worrying. Yeah, that's worry. Um, because obviously Russia won't accept it, basically. Um, like weapons of mass destruction on the border and stuff. So it's crazy stuff, and especially because nobody asked for it. It'd be different if somebody asked for it. So I don't know what's their plan, but yeah. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again by something. Of course, it's literally getting distracted every 5 fucking minutes of the day. Give me a second. Apologies. Sorry, apologies. Yeah, I seen your actually community post just before we went live. I actually seen it. I heard somewhere else about it, but I can't remember where I heard it. But I seen your community post. But I heard of that yesterday from someone. I can't remember who it was, but I seen something about it. So I don't know, but at the moment in time, Hungary and Ukraine are not getting on well. So I don't know. It could be there could be Hungary could be making up. I don't know. It might be true. It's hard to know because again, especially because there's like Hungary and Ukraine are kind of fighting among each other. If that makes any sense. So it's hard to know if it's legitimate at the moment. Well, it could be legitimate. I'm not sure, but because they are fighting with each other, kind of. No, we're not physically fighting, but you know what I'm saying. They're all kind of arguing among each other. The same with Slovakia. Um, so it's hard to know. Because mainly Hungary is blocking the European Union for giving them 90 billion like Ukraine. And then Ukraine has stopped the gas flow from Russia to Hungary, etc. So it's hard to know is it just tit for tat? It's because just Hungary's making this like comes up with this. So it's hard to know because they're doing tit for tat stuff. So it's hard to know what's the story. Um, um, tit for tat. Did anybody get notifications? Just actually curious. Did anybody get a notification? Because I think notifications are still fucked. um, well, it's on my own phone, and I should have probably put it up that was going to go because I knew it would be live at some stage this morning, but I didn't know what time I would go live at. You got a notification about time. Somebody gets notifications here. That's the first time probably in 20 years you got one, Sean. I should go live more often. But no, because like somebody was giving out the other day about it. No, somebody was giving out to me about it the other day that they didn't get notifications and stuff. I can't remember exactly who it was, but somebody was saying it to me after the stream and stuff. They were saying that to me. It could have been the no. I don't think it was Assassin. No, I don't think it was. Could have, no, maybe no. It wasn't him. No, I don't think so. You came with something. Oh, I know that. Yeah, I know that. Early, Jesus, off my walkers. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, be praised. Yeah, I know about Hungary. We would be acting Hungarians in some parts of Ukraine too. Um, there would be a lot of people just from around the Baltics in each other's countries. It'd be the same with Romania too. Like Romania could argue, and same with Hungary could argue that it had some territory belonging to them. Like basically, the Balkans is just a mess, basically, when it comes to countries claiming each other's territory. Like Bulgaria would say, Thessaloniki. I think that's the name of the Greek area, like on the Turkish border of Greece. They would say that belongs to them. Bulgaria would say. Um, you know, every country pretty much in the Balkans says, "Oh yeah, this territory belongs to me, and that territory belongs to us," and um, like it's a long, complicated story. A lot of it. Like it's very complicated, and a lot of the stories of it. I suppose you could argue the same with Poland and stuff because again it goes back to empires and stuff. It's a lot of just a lot of confusion. And then when Yugoslavia broke up, it's just a mess. That's pretty much what it's turned into. It's always really been that too. The what's this one? Um. So yeah, any other news with anybody? So we did talk about a few things. I know. Of course, the war, like they say at the moment, we just go to the Iran conflict for that. They say the war in Iran could go by the White House about 5 to 6 weeks. Uh, um, Now, what else was I going to say? Of course, oil prices and home heating oil, etc., is going through the roof. In some places, the country is €2 now per gallon. In some parts of Ireland at the moment, like it's insane. It's going up as we speak. Tomorrow could nearly be €4. Like it's absolutely insane. Like the amount of it. Um, yeah, make everything simple. It would. It would if we do that. It would make life so much simpler in this country. But yeah, it's a mess. But yeah, no, we see what happens in Iraq. In Iran, sorry, Iraq, same thing. But yeah, it's just a mess. Um, because it's just total fucking anarchy. But apparently, too, just looking at this, that the United States killed them 100, I think it was 156 girls or something like that, like at the school in Iran, like in an airstrike. I don't know if people have seen that, but it was apparently the United States that did it. Now, who knows why they did it or who gives them the order to do it? But yeah, 156 young girls, mainly around 10 or so, around that age, are dead because of the United States airstrike in their school. Now, unfortunately, the United States and Israel has, the United States of Israel has a habit of blowing up children and blowing up hospitals. It's not the first time the United States has blown up a hospital or a school. And of course, Israel is well known for blowing up everything. Um, they don't discriminate; they just blow everything up. We heard one of the Israeli defense, like was the defense minister, says that they're going to, because obviously at the moment too, there's an invasion of Lebanon. We're not, well, we call it an invasion. We're not calling it anything else. But yeah, they're basically bombing Lebanon into the ground too, just because they feel like it, basically. Well, Hezbollah fired rockets and stuff into Israel, but Israel is basically just what an excuse to blow everything out of it, basically. So yeah, they've nearly killed peacekeepers yesterday too. I don't know if people have seen that, but our boys were very lucky. Only a few hundred meters away from the Irish camp on the Tin Blue Line. So we're very lucky. We're very lucky that no Irish peacekeepers were killed yet. Unfortunately, it could happen. Unfortunately, because Israel's been very reckless. Because they hit a United Nations peacekeeping building and injured so many Ghanaians from Africa peacekeeping force. Hello, Keith. How are we keeping? Good morning. How is things? Um, so yeah, it's very serious stuff. We're going to buy some trousers, tracksuit. Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Buy some nice trousers. Um, you might get them a decent value too. Hopefully, because they can be expensive, especially when you're looking for decent enough ones. Trousers for work. Oh yeah, well, the work trousers. Yeah, as long as they're somewhere decent, because a lot of work trousers especially if you're working the building side or something like that, to be gone within a week or two. You need decent quality. Yeah, they need to be heavy duty. Yeah, definitely. You need some good quality ones. But unfortunately, the good quality ones are so expensive. I know myself and stuff. So the other thing I want to actually talk about, I meant to talk about this the other night, is to do with Eli Buck. I'm sure people know about it. But basically, the judge in the High Court wants Eli Buck's mother and sister to be imprisoned for contempt of court because obviously they keep interrupting. Um, they keep interrupting the judge. Um, and keep shouting at the judge, etc. So they want it for contempt of court at the moment. I don't think the Gaudi have got them. From the information I have here, I don't think the Gaudi have got them yet. But it's only 2 weeks, I think, anyway, that we're talking about putting them in prison for. But I don't think it would stop them. But you know, but like I do think all this. Like I don't think they're getting anywhere. By shouting at the judge, and even though the whole preface of this, like when the whole reason how this happened was Eli Buck was told to call a boy a girl. Let's be fair, that's what this all started over. And we're still here. But what I'm trying to say, they're not really helping themselves. Because not really going to go anywhere because the state is not going to back down. That's the thing. So I don't know what's going to happen. They're definitely not going to back down, but yeah, I seen that. That's what I'm just about to address. Yeah, to the turning up at the house. But I think it was about 6 or 7. Oh yeah, keep the receipt. Yeah, if you need to change them, and of course do that. Yeah, well, should the NATO shot down rockets, like Iranian rockets, that were fired towards Turkey? Now, I don't know, do they mean to go into Turkey or do they mean to hit somewhere else? But uh, the missile went over the NATO border basically into Turkey, and Turkey shot it down. Do you get what I'm saying? So I say it'd be fine because they could have said, "Yeah, let's go in on Iran," because apparently it was probably Iran that did fire it towards Turkey. But they could have triggered Rocket 5 and said, "Let's all go in on Iran." But they didn't. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know. Well, it's not even that. I don't think. I think they probably needed the prison cell. Going by what I heard, I think they needed the prison cell for something else. I'm not sure about that. It's unconfirmed. But apparently there was somebody put in his prison cell in Mountjoy that was a very bad person. That's why. So I don't know how true that is. To be totally honest, I don't know. But that's what I've been told by a few sources that there was somebody being put in that was seriously dangerous to society, and that's why they set them down to there basically. But still, it does like it wouldn't matter. I think the state knows that the people would turn up anyway. In they would go to the prison in Roscommon. It's not going to stop them basically if they want to protest. They go just to Roscommon and protest. So, it's pretty much not solving the issue. The state's issue, because they're still going to protest anyway, regardless if you send them to Timbuktu, and they're going to go to Timbuktu and protest too. Yeah, you need proof of you need definitely proof of payment. Like if you knew the man that was over it, he could let you off. But the majority of shops nowadays want a receipt that you bought it and stuff. So it's always good to have it, especially if you're paying big money for trousers and stuff. You're better to get. Oh, and is that the place you're talking about? Got ransacked during the Dublin riots? Is that the place you're on about? I see. I'm not from Dublin, so I wouldn't understand all these streets. But I think that's what it was. That's where the bus went down to. The bus that ran into that man. I still never heard about what happened to the woman. There's been never anything said about that since. But what happened to the woman that was driving the bus? Apparently, this was a pedestrian street, so I don't know why she was going down on the bus. But nothing's ever been said that she took a fit, or she took a heart attack, or she took a stroke, or she, I don't know. But nothing ever happened. Nothing ever was said about how this happened. You know, because she seemed to be shocked. Obviously, I seen going by the videos. It doesn't seem like she took a heart attack, because if she took a heart attack, she would have been probably dead too. Or took a stroke. So I don't know, unless she took a panic attack or something. I don't know. But nothing has ever been said. The state is very quiet about it. It's about 4 weeks on now, and still nothing has been said about it. There's not been anything really said, but even by Bus Evan too, there's not really been anything said. As far as I can get up, because I thought I would hear something about what happened. Like it did. Like there was an accident one time here in Cavan. Like the bus driver, like blanked out for a moment. He took a kind of fit. Thankfully, he only kind of ran into the side of a pole. He didn't really do that much damage. Nobody was hurt really, but it was just damage done to the bus itself. This is a few years ago. But the driver basically blanked out. And at least they had the camera from inside the bus to show that he blanked out, because he just basically blanked out. Not like he fell asleep. He just took bad. And people can just take bad. You can just take bad. But they had the proof to show, yeah, this happened. And then people were told, yeah, this happened and this is how it happened. I don't know, maybe she didn't have the experience, but we'd see, this is the thing, we don't know. The state never said, no, this woman shouldn't have been driving because she was only a year, she only had a driver's license a few months, if that was the case, or something like that. I see Michal Martin's looking forward to his little trip to Washington. Oh yeah, that was why it was the Foot Locker. Yeah, that was why. Sorry, see, this is how much I know about Dublin. Yeah, you're right in that. It was the Foot Locker, because I actually remember that now. Yeah, that was Foot Locker. Well, I don't know about looters and stuff. Like the majority of the city was destroyed. The majority of the city centre was just obliterated by the British gunboats and by artillery. So I don't think it was that prevalent. Yeah, there's always opportunities. Yeah, that's the thing. Jesus Christ, be praised. It's very bright now. Like the sun's beaming stones. The sun's splitting stones. So, yeah. Jesus. So yeah. But anyway, we'll go for another 10 minutes and then that'll do us for today. Brunei, you mean? Oh yeah, Brunei. That's a great country. Said no one. So, any other news, anybody? Just to say, because yeah, that's pretty much the majority of stuff I wanted to cover. There's other stuff I could cover, but you know, I think that'll do. And does that count? Having tea? No, doesn't count. There's a man on his bicycle. He's on his bike and he's in line. Actually, give me 2 seconds. No, maybe I'm hearing things. I thought I hold the cap, but I don't think it is. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote for tonight. For today, sorry. For this morning, sorry. Tonight, this morning, the day. At some point, somebody will be watching this and then it'll be nighttime. That's why. So it doesn't count. Yeah, the light looks very just extremely bright at the moment. Behind me. There'll be literally nobody here at 6 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, no, literally nobody here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Even though we did go live a few times. There was one morning we went live on Christmas Day. It was 5:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And then the cavan day that time, the cavan day thing, yeah. We were live at about 6 o'clock in the morning, yeah. I think there might have been one other time. I'd be here at 4 o'clock. Jesus Christ. You literally want people to be awake 24/7 waiting for my streams. Fucking ads. Jesus Christ, be praised. I'm going to mass. Alan shouted to sue Paul Murphy. Pog. Great stuff. I see. I wouldn't remember. I vaguely remember something about it, but can't remember exactly what it was. But anyway, lads and lasses, I think that's it. Yeah, well, somebody's going to win probably. We see anyway what happens, but that's what he says at the moment. I'm just reading that out. That's just after coming in there, just as I was talking there. But I don't know much more about it. I presume it's something to do with Epstein. But anyway, that's it for today. For this morning. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. So there'll be no stream later on this evening anyway, because I'll be away for the majority of the day. Well, not the majority of the day. I'm still here for a while. I just get something to eat and stuff. I have a lot to do this evening, so we should be back in Wednesday. All going well. So yeah, take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy the rest of your day, not evening. And we'll chat hopefully Wednesday. All going well. And yeah, so yeah, take care, everyone. Appreciate it as always, and especially for an early stream. So yeah, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend too. Thank you.